Whenever I travel abroad, I always try to avoid brightly colored auto-route service stations with their trays of congealed scrambled eggs and other indelicacies. So I'm calling in on a small farm instead. Gosh, this farm has been selling its produce to pilgrims for generations. It's still popular, according to Madame Pomfrey, thanks to its famously robust goat's cheese. Madame tells me that her award-winning cheese is at its best when eaten with walnuts and washed down with honest local plonk. I fall for the sales pitch. But I can't help asking to inspect the goats whose sterling work provided me with lunch. It's a rotten life. You spend all day producing milk, and then when you can't do it anymore, off to the cooking pot you go. It's quite probable that passing pilgrims would bed down for night in just such a place as this. Rather smaller, of course. We were much less squeamish in those days about sharing our lives with animals. Animals were a central part. We simply couldn't survive without them. Your goat you would struggle to keep throughout the winter. Your pig you would kill in the autumn. They didn't have to feed it, and then feed you. But my point about this farm, this is the sort of place in which no pilgrim of the medieval times would have turned up his nose at the idea of sleeping in. It might be the only shelter for miles, the only safe shelter. And it would be warm, because although the winter is blowing through it, you can feel a warmth which is coming from in here. You can really put your hand on a goat, and you're putting your hand on something really quite warm. Sleep with a goat, just imagine that, and you would be quite snug. Not comfortable, but snug. Compared with some of the hotels I've stayed in recently, the goat shed looked rather tempting. But I don't have time to rest. Next stop, Orion. That boozy lunch, from which now I'm fully recovered, reminds me of why I'm making my pilgrimage to Santiago. As a penance for my sins. In this case, gluttony.
Far, far away, I heard my angel prayer. It sounds everywhere, 'cause love is all around you. God is all